What's going on, folks? Drew Manchu here, DruManchuShow. We're doing it live. Got some time to kill. Excuse me, I'm gonna hack up along while I'm talking live here. I got some time to kill before I go see Aquaman tonight. There is also an auction on YouTube tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern on All About Comics, so be sure to check that out. Go see JP and the guys. They're going to be selling some good books and hopefully giving the community a chance to get their hands on some key issues. I'm not going to be selling tonight, unfortunately. A very hectic time around the holidays, and didn't get a chance to pull any books. Finally got a chance, though, to go through some books today and bag and board some of my 50-cent finds, and it was a really light week this week, so I'll talk a little bit about what's going on in comics this week. Only one in the chat right now. It was Kakarot. He was popping in there. It doesn't seem like anybody's watching. Threw the link out there. I don't do this regularly, so I'm not really expecting too much. Hopefully some people will see it on the rewind. So let's go ahead and start talking about some of these books that I picked up lately. I just picked up this What If number 11. This is What If the Fantastic Four were the original Marvel bullpen. Jack Kirby is the Thing down there. Stan Lee is Mr. Fantastic. This has become a little bit of a sought-after book after the passing of Stan, but yeah, I really like these What If issues. I also just recently got a What If. Oh Jesus, my mic cord got stuck there. Hey, we're doing it live, so I guess that's what happens. I also picked up a What If 35. I believe I bought that from JP in a recent lot or an auction. I love these What If issues. Some great art in here, some really great storytelling, some fantastic stuff. Kind of what DC does with the Elseworlds, Marvel does with the What If, and I think that's some really cool stuff. Looks like Comics Misexplained and C. Wood popped in the chat. What's going on, guys? Good to see you hanging out and chatting along. I recently picked up a run of New X-Men, and the reason I picked these up was quite simple. For the Scotty Young art, he actually did the interiors on these issues and some of the covers as well. He didn't do this cover for number 37, but he did the interiors. I really enjoyed this. This is the Quest for Magic story arc. See some early Scotty Young doing New X-Men. Really dig these books. So Kyle Yost wrote this, and I really dig his stuff. He was real big in a couple movie adaptations. I think Kyle Yost did the story for oh Jesus, I'm gonna blank on I think it was Deadpool 2. He did the story for that. Some more Scotty Young cover here. These covers actually are a attaching cover. It's a pretty cool deal. That. I can't see if I got them lined up right, but there you go. Good stuff. I absolutely love this cover right here. This is for New X-Men 41. It's a Scotty Young cover right there. Really cool take on the X-Men here, the New X-Men. We got New X-Men 42. I like that cover there, even though that's not Scotty, but good stuff. And this is probably my favorite of the covers right here. It's a really sketchy style. He did a lot of the stuff on the Cable and Deadpool covers he did. But yeah, man, I love Scotty Young, so excited to pick that up. Get some more Scotty books here. They'll show up later if I don't run too long. Definitely want to make sure that people are tuning into the auction tonight on All About Comics, so I definitely won't go past 9 tonight. We'll hang out for a little bit. I shared this book recently. This is one that I bought off of JP on one of his recent auctions. This is the first Cosmic Ghost Rider. It's not the same Cosmic Ghost Rider, but the first Cosmic Ghost Rider. It's a pretty cool book. I got that for an insane deal. And I got that on the auction at All About Comics. Every time I see these in the wild, I go ahead and I pick them up. These are the Young Guns variants. This is the Pepe Larraz, the all-new Wolverine cover. I'm not even sure what book this is. Might be an X-Men Red book. But man, I really dig this cover. I like Pepe Larraz's artwork. And that's pretty darn cool. And I also picked this up. I love this cover here. This is signed by Donny Cates. I picked that up in a lot on the auction recently as well. I believe that was from Pope Grimy. Some stuff I picked up today. Very, very light week. But we did get Fantastic Four number 5, the wedding special. I picked up the Scotty Young variant here. And this is the A cover right here. I really dug this. The interior art is spliced up between a couple of different artists. There's some Adam Hughes stuff in here that is actually really good. I don't really like his sequential interiors, but I thought it was awesome. And I love Mike and Laura Allred when they work together, and their covering of the history of the Invisible Woman and Ben Grimm was actually really, really cool. Looks like Great Legend Show just popped in the chat. Says he's looking good on OBS. Yeah, thanks, man. I'm digging around with it a little bit. We're gonna see if we can have some fun here. Also picked up Superior Spider-Man number 1. I haven't had a chance to give this a read yet, but I like Otto Octavius as Spider-Man. I think that's pretty damn cool. And you guys know I've been loving Uncanny X-Men. I picked up this 1 in 25 variant here. And the A cover here, this is the young X-Men in this story in their Age of Apocalypse forms, which has been pretty freaking awesome. So I really dig this. Yeah, it's hit or miss. If you're not a big X-Men person, then this might not do it for you. But I love Age of Apocalypse. I love the House of M stuff, all the big X-Men events. That's stuff that I dig. So, man, I'm really loving this. Let's go ahead. We'll get into some 50-cent box finds. Not any real big keys in here, but some covers and some things that I found to be interesting for less than $1. Anytime I can find any of this Kelly Sue DeConnick run of Captain Marvel under $1, I'm going to be picking it up. This is going to get hot. It's not going to get super hot like the number 1 already is, but it's going to heat up a little bit. So I'm going to keep on keeping on and trying to pick these up along the way. That was 50 cents, man, and it's in great shape, so can't beat that. These aren't really hard to come by, but man, for 50 cents a piece, complete a little story arc. Blackest Night Titans, number 1. Number 2. Look at that evil baby. Fucking evil baby gonna get her. And number 3. I love this cover. It's like a homage to a Spider-Man cover. Pretty cool stuff. Dig it. So that's a 3-part series. All 3 parts for $1.50. Can't beat that. Also, anytime I find Jim Lee covers in the 50-cent bin, I'm all about that. It's Batman and Robin number 5. Kind of an iconic Batman image there. You can't see this for 50 cents. Just leave it there. I mean, come on. It's got to come home with me. And anytime I really find Batman issues in the 50-cent bin and they're not beat to shit, I pick them up. I have a couple of copies of 652, but I mean, that's a good looking book. Can't find Batman all the time in the 50-cent bin. Those go quick. And 586, I really dig this cover here. Some cool imagery there. I'm a big Damian Wayne fan, and I love this cover. Every time I see this in the 50-cent bin, I end up picking it up. It's probably not worth any more than like a quarter at this point, but hell, man, it's really cool. I dig it. And another cover that I always pick up every time I find it is this one right here. This is a rest in peace Damian cover here. When they killed him off for a little while. But yeah, I love that imagery. I dig it. It's very classic Batman, but to throw it in there as a Robin deal, that was pretty cool. Another thing I always pick up when I find in 50-cent bins are the late run of Detective Comics pre-Flashpoint. So yeah, 824. It's Paul Dini stuff. Really good stuff. And 825, this is the return of Dr. Phosphorus. If you don't know who Dr. Phosphorus is, then you're all right, because I barely know who Dr. Phosphorus is. We got 832 right here. I love these covers. The black and white. And this really great Zatanna cover right here. 833. And this cool Scarecrow cover right here. 836. Yeah, Seawood, half-price book sales. You know, Batman and Spider-Man always disappear during the first big sales, man. That's the way it goes. You can't find some good stuff. Sometimes I got a local comic shop that does these sales, and they've got so much stuff that there's like, if you just attack it from a different angle, then maybe you can find something that somebody else hasn't even dug through yet. But beyond that, man, those $1.50 bins get hit up pretty quick. Keeping with some DC stuff that I picked up in really great shape, this Alex Ross cover, 80 pages, Countdown to Infinite Crisis, 50 cents. Not too bad, man. That's a Jim Lee and Alex Ross collab on the cover there. Really cool. And I absolutely love these characters, and I love this cover. This is Superman Batman number 79. This is the return of DC 1 million. You got Robot Robin there. The interiors on this book are freaking spectacular. And a lot of books to go through, and I just taped this up, or I'd be picking it out and showing you guys that. But this is some really good stuff here. I really dig that. And this is another cover that I pick up every time I see it. One of my favorite heroes from the 90s was Gambit. And I absolutely love this X-Men Unlimited Volume 2, number 3, which is this Gambit cover right here. It's just like so much energy jumping off the page at you. He looks badass. The coat looks badass. The cards look badass. It's a winning hand right there. Good stuff. Absolutely love it, man. Let's see some other stuff that I picked up. This is a full run of Ultimate Armor Wars. So I got the whole thing for $2. That's in great shape. I haven't ever had a chance to really even dig into Ultimate Iron Man at all. So I'm excited to give this a read. Take a look at the chat real quick. Comics Mrs. Blaine also loving the detective covers, and ordered like that Dini run. Yeah, man, I thought that stuff was really good. Really reminiscent, in my opinion, of the work he did on the animated series. Discovery Bay Comics. Hey, man, what's going on? You're new to me, so welcome to the chat, man. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, man, a lot of good books, Legend. I got some better stuff that hopefully I'll get to before this little time is up. I do not want to be infringing on my pals over there at All About Comics. I know that JP is going to be selling books tonight. He's always got some great deals, some great lots. Ian, Tacoma Comics is going to be selling tonight, as well as Houdat, who is the king of the auctions around here. Legend, you know that for sure. Houdat will be selling, as well as Seawood, I hear, is going to be selling some stuff as well. I think he's got some X-Men books that he's going to be moving. Speaking of X-Men books, I picked this up basically because I hadn't read it before, and the cover was really dynamic. And it's an appearance of Wolverine with the hot claws before he had hot claws. So this is X-Men Ronin #2. I like this cover a whole lot. He's got some sort of robot hand with lightsaber claws. I really don't even care what's going on in this. This is a freaking awesome cover, and I dig it. On to Captain Marvel. Unfortunately, not the real Captain Marvel, but not that Shazam either, and not the Carol Danvers. This is the son of the real Captain Marvel, Genus Bell. I picked up Captain Marvel #8 because I really dig this cover. I thought that this painted like a sci-fi novella from the late 60s, early 70s feel to it. It was really cool. And I decided I was going to pick that up. I don't know that much about Genus Bell. I haven't read this run, but I'm a fan of his pops, so maybe this is something that I could get into, and a new hole to go down as far as collecting is concerned. And I also picked up #4 of that run because of this fantastic Noto cover. This just jumps off the page at you. It's the same kind of painterly style. It's that same, sci-fi Art Deco kind of thing going on here. The weathered look of the page behind it is really cool. The way that the universe shines through the female character there is just epic. I dig it, man. This is really cool, and I really like that Kree armor. It's got a real nice classic sci-fi look to it. One of my favorite things about Marvel Cosmic is the Kree battle armor. I dig that a lot, and man, that's a really freaking cool cover. Jockio says it's an underrated run, so hey man, I'm gonna have to get on that and give it a shot. This next issue is absolutely smoking, and it's part of my new collecting initiative. Anybody in the community that is a bit of a head, and you'll know what I'm talking about, I picked up Captain America. That's issue number 420. Gonna pick up the 420th issues of as many books as I possibly can. This issue is smoking. Also picked up Cable #1, 50 cents, man. This is a good run. I dig this. Hope Summers there as a baby on Cable's chest. This is some good stuff. This is Olivetti's art is just really cool. I really dig it, man. Good stuff. This Exiles run, I think I have the whole run. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't remember seeing this cover before. This is Exiles #93. It's a really sick Hydra Wolverine. I dig that. I don't think I've ever seen that before, and I thought I had this entire run, but maybe I've got doubles of this, or maybe I was missing it. I don't know, but man, that's a cool cover. I dig it. For 50 cents, 2 quarters, put them together, man. Put it on the table. Spend it on this book. Good stuff. This is a second printing of Thor #4. It's got some signatures on it. I don't even know what that is down the bottom here. I can't tell. This one up here is Mark Morales, who is the color artist on this. I've got no authentication on any of these signatures, sitting in 50-cent bin. It's a signed book. I figured I'd pick it up. What's the worst that can happen? It's fake. Okay, I don't give a shit. Then I'll throw it away. This Finch cover on New Avengers #3 of this century. I love this. I'm a big fan of the century. I think the last run with Lemire writing was awesome, and if you guys haven't had a chance to pick that up, go out and do it. But man, I really, really dug this, and it's got a great Finch cover. Speaking of great Finch covers, Moon Knight #6. This Finch cover is just freaking delightful. It's just so much detail, so much energy in such a tight little window there of information on this book. But man, look at the fists, the tears on the cowl. This is an awesome cover. I really dig it, man. Really good stuff. This is all out of the 50-cent bin, guys. I also got Thor #458, this epic Thor versus Thor cover. And it's sitting in the 50-cent bin, man, in really good shape, too. There's a couple stains on the inside, but hey, I mean, this is a solid book right here. Solid book, man. 50 cents. Really dig that. Very happy to find that. I don't know where some of that other stack went, but here are some books that were not in the 50-cent bin. Not even remotely in the 50-cent bin, but I got a really good deal on these. This is Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., #5. This is an old school Steranko cover here. Love that artwork. This has definitely got some discoloration on it. Not the brightest white there. Definitely off-white on the cover. The pages are definitely off-white, but man, I got a good deal on it, and I'm happy to have these Steranko covers. I also picked up #2 today. Another great Steranko cover. I think this Nick Fury Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. run is going to be my next collecting haul. I'll have to put Gene Isabel on hold for the time being. I picked up Strange Tales 163 as well. This was sitting in the same case with the Steranko art. Classic Nick Fury fighting a dragon. Like, come on, man. How do you say no to that? How do you not bring that home with you? I mean, it's like a puppy, and it's going to get put down. But instead of getting put down, it's going to get collected by some other Cheeto-fingered nerd who's going to fuck it all up. But no, man. I brought it home. I saved it. I saved it from its fate being in somebody else's long box. And I feel good about that. I feel really, really, really good about that. I also picked up some Avengers books. I got a fairly good deal on these. Didn't save too much money, but they weren't priced too out of my range in the first place. I got $127. I dig this cover. Got Black Bolt on there. Little Inhuman team up. Fantastic Four there. Thing is on there. Good stuff, man. Really dig this. Trying to fill out that Avengers under 150. Not too pressed about it. The early issues are going to be out of my price range for quite some time, so we got plenty to pick up along the way. Like this one, Avengers #61. This is in pretty darn good shape. There's a little bit of issue here along the edge. Looks like it might have been a little bit of water damage, but it doesn't really look like it. It's kind of a little ripple. Maybe it just needs to be pressed. I don't think it's in too bad shape other than that, and I don't think it's in grading shape at the moment, so we'll go ahead and deal with it how it is. I also picked up Avengers #67. That's some cool stuff there. Die, Avengers, die. Yeah, kill those Avengers. Kill all those Avengers. Just like Hawkeye as Goliath or whatever the hell he was. Yellow Jacket. All those Avengers nobody cares about. And I got Avengers 92, where the new Avengers are basically told to pack their bags, hit the bricks. So get out of here, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. Your incestual relationship is too weird. We can't have that. We can't have that in Avengers Mansion. Jarvis asked too many questions. Go away, Goliath. Get your arrows and be Hawkeye again, so nobody cares about you. Vision, you're just a dumb robot. Get out of here. I got some other cool stuff as well I'll share with you guys. I went ahead and picked this up on sale. This is the Comic Accurate Elektra. The Build-A-Figure piece is the SP / DR, the Spider Mech. This is the only piece I have with pieces to that so far. I did get the Doc Ock, but he does not come with a Build-A-Figure piece. He was really the only one in the line that I was excited about. There's a cloak, a dagger, a new Scarlet Spider, a new Daredevil with a black suit, and a House of M Spider-Man. They're all pretty cool figures, but the Build-A-Figure doesn't really matter all that much to me. This was just too deep a discount for me to leave on the shelf as a figure I didn't have. So I went ahead and picked that up. I also got a really great Christmas surprise. Oh, shit. I'm going to drop it. Aha! Shipped to me in the mail from my brother from Comics and Cold Ones. Pope Grimy sent me out this beautiful Magic figure from X-Men. This is the Walgreens exclusive. Can't find it anywhere in this area. And apparently down in Kentucky, they got plenty of them. So he picked one up and he sent it my way. And I'm super excited to have this. I'm going to crack this open and maybe do a review on it. But really excited about that. Thank you so much, Pope Grimy. He's become a good friend to me in the community. I love his content. He's got great stuff. He does a great job with JP on Comics and Cold Ones. Some good stuff over there. So be sure to check those guys out. So that's a couple Marvel Legends I picked up. I also got a fantastic pop from my lovely daughter for Christmas. This is Tony Vareski from Die Hard. You might remember him as the dead guy with the "Now I have a machine gun, ho ho ho" written on his sweatshirt. Pretty cool stuff. I really dig this. This is probably one of my favorite scenes in one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time. Very, very festive. And I was excited to get this for my kiddo. We did a whole lot of spending on her, and she got a whole bunch of pops, including the full line of Full Metal Alchemist. I think that the GameStop exclusive Alex Louis Armstrong is one of the coolest pops I've seen in a long time. He sparkles. That's freaking great. And I got her a couple of chases that I ordered, and she was excited to have those. She got her first movie moments from Stranger Things. She was excited about that as well, and I got her that giant ass Demogorgon for like $30 at Target. After I already said I was done spending money on her. So, yeah, that kid made out like a bandit. She also made me this, which I'm going to have to hang in my backdrop. This is says, "My dad's a superhero." It's got some shadow box with some really cool Lego minifigs in it. So, she got a little crafty here. And, yeah, man, she knows the way to her father's heart. So, pretty cool stuff. I was really excited about that. All right, guys, so here's the big deal. We shared some books. We talked some comics. We got the auction coming up. Talk about that a little bit more. Seawood's going to be selling some books. We got Whodat's going to be selling some books. JP is going to be selling books as well as Tacoma Comics. Make sure you guys check them out. Keep those bids coming fast and furious. Some good guys. You guys probably got some PayPal gift cards or whatever for Christmas that you want to spend that money. So make sure that you do that stuff. Make sure it's good stuff. Eddie the Comic Guy popping in. Merry belated Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas to everybody out there in comic book land. Very excited to be going live and talking to you guys tonight. Um, yeah, I'm not going to be on the auction. I didn't have any time to pull books. But tonight at 9:45, I'm going to be seeing Aquaman. That's right, guys. I'm going to be seeing a DC EU movie, and I'm actually really psyched about it. I don't think it's going to be super, super duper great. I'm not expecting to like it more than Infinity War, but yeah, it has every opportunity to blow Black Panther away, in my opinion, and that would be pretty darn cool. A lot of people are putting it on par with Wonder Woman. I was not a huge Wonder Woman fan, so I'm kind of excited to see whether or not I like it better than that. Um, yeah, man, DC has not been doing that great in the movie front as far as I'm concerned. I think that their best offering and quite a number of years was the Teen Titans Go movie, my favorite animated movie of this year until Into the Spider-Verse came out, and that kind of blew that away. So I don't want to come out sound like Marvel fanboy here, but I'm excited to see if DC can put one together on this one. I think it's gonna be good. I have got high hopes for it, not story-wise, but I have high hopes for it being fun. And if it can throw some story stuff in there that surprises me, and then I'm going to be excited for that. Plan on enjoying this one. I don't want to shit on another movie that doesn't make me feel good to spend money and watch a movie and come away feeling like I need to get something off my chest for the experience. And that's kind of the way that BVS left me feeling, and Man of Steel left me feeling, and Suicide Squad left me feeling. Kind of the way Wonder Woman left me feeling as well. I thought the third act in that movie was a giant disservice to the wonderful first and second act, and took a lot out of the movie for me. But I'm excited for Aquaman, and I think that it's going to be pretty darn good. So I'll have some thoughts on that probably the next time you guys see me, which will be the Stashies, the Stashie Awards. If you guys can see that ticker down there, the Stashie Awards are this Sunday night, 12:30, live at 10 p.m. Eastern. 12:30 isn't December 30th. It's this Sunday night. We've got a whole list of different categories. We're doing Best Funko Series, Best Funko Pop. We're doing Best Marvel, Best DC, Best non-comic book related movie, which I'm going to have to try to figure out which non-comic book related movies I actually saw this year, and the Best comic book related movie. All kinds of good stuff, man. We're going to be talking all kinds of nerd stuff, and it's basically our best of show. So be sure to stick around with us and check that out next Sunday, which is this coming Sunday. We got, 4 or 5 days? I don't know. I can't count. Get a calendar. Oh, wait. I did get a calendar. Where'd it go? I got a really sweet Marvel calendar today, and I don't know where I put it. Oh, well. Never mind. You guys get a calendar, and you mark your calendar, and you watch the Stashies, and we're going to have a lot of fun. Shout out to Blaster Stash It. I know Pocan Joe has been enjoying some time off from the government shutdown, kind of bored down there in Virginia. We haven't seen Spider Grandpa in a little bit, but he's been busy with work, so we all understand how that works. Me, most of all. Paul has had some health issues for his kids, so we want to make sure we send a shout out to Midwest Comic Man. Hope everything is good for you guys and your family. We did have Christmas Day in the hospital with one of the little ones, so sorry to hear that, brother, and I hope everything is going well and that little guy is on the mend. What's the award trophy for a Stashie look like? It looks kind of like Huey. It's like a half Squatch golden statue, and we're not actually giving any out because he only made one, and I don't think that DC Comics cares if we send them a Stashie. So we're not going to do that. Maybe if we get like 1 million subscribers, which we're only like 1 million away from that, so I don't see that happening anytime soon. Yeah. But yeah, hey man, we're having fun. That's really what this is all about. Yeah, great holiday at my house. Very excited for a lot of the stuff that we got for the kid. And we had a great time at my sister's house for dinner. Got a little banged up, and I got a nice bottle of the White Walker Game of Thrones themed Johnny Walker Scotch chilling in the freezer for me. That might be my drink of choice for the Stashies. We're going to see how I'm feeling on Sunday night and whether or not I want to tie one on like that. Maybe I'll have at least one, and we'll see where that gets us. We're not going to have any sort of Harrow County situation happening, but I might get a little loose. We'll see. We'll see. If you guys had a chance to check out the Rewind show or the live stream of Blaster to Stash It last weekend, I only made it through about half the show. Pocan Joe brought his daughter on, so we had a special guest there, and Huey kept mentioning how absolutely blitzed I was, which I was. I was very, very festive after getting off of work for my last shift of the holidays. I did have off on Christmas Eve. I was dressed to impress in my Christmas best, and we had a good time. So be sure to go back and check that out if you want to see me on the moon. It was a little embarrassing, to be honest. So yeah, maybe don't watch it. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've got going on. It is 8:36. I've been going for about an hour, half hour now, a little over a half hour. Anything going on out there in the chat world that you guys would like to talk about? I got a couple more minutes to hang out, probably 15 or so. And beyond that, probably just going to hop off a little early and get ready for the start of the auction before I go to the movies. So, yeah, that's about it. Playing a lot of video games lately. Just got Call of Duty, and I plan on downloading WWE before the end of the week. I got some money to do that, so excited to hop in and wrestle with all the guys on the Comic Core. They all be body slamming each other left and right, and I want to get in on that action. Be sure to check out the Comic Core live on Friday. Those guys always have a great time over there. Chad, Seawood, and a revolving door of different panelists. Sometimes you might see me, sometimes not. Sometimes there's a special guest, sometimes not. Sometimes it stays on the rails. Sometimes Mark gets sexually harassed. That's kind of the way they do things over there, and I'm happy to be a part of those guys, so be sure to check them out. Yeah, that's all I got, guys. I don't know. I'm not going to vamp for too long. Figured I'd have more books to share and more to talk about, but most of that stuff's put away. And I don't really feel like digging it out. So this feels like it's been a pretty successful stream. A little more than a half hour. I think we did our job here, guys. I'm Drew Manchu. This has been the live Drew Manchu Show. Shout out to everybody who stopped by and hung out for a little while. And be sure to check out JP and the gang over at All About Comics for the auction tonight, starting at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So that's about 20 minutes from now. Get yourselves ready. Get your wallets ready. Get your Apple Pay and your PayPal and your Venmo and your I don't know what other kind of payments they accept, but get all that shit together and go spend some money on those guys and take home some goodies. All right, that's all I got for you guys. Collect what you love, share what you find. See you guys next time, hopefully on the Stashies.